let's go on a Google tour of Vietnam. First, this is where I'm from. I'm from Pennsylvania, Exton, Pennsylvania to be precise. It's just a small town, little suburb of Philadelphia. You will see how far away exactly I am from Philadelphia. See, not too far. It's about a 30-minute drive outside of Philadelphia. And now, I'm actually out going to school in Idaho, Rexburg, Idaho. To be exact. Let's go see where that is. You can see it's all the way across the country here. See the landscape change as you go across. In Rexburg, Idaho, we're going to school at BYU, Idaho, and learn to hear more about the developing world and globalization 2.0. For this Google tour, I want to show you Google tour of Vietnam and the places of the different places of Vietnam. So let's head right now to Vietnam, and so we can see its exact location in the world. Across the Pacific Ocean into Southeast Asia, here we are. We've reached Vietnam, this beautiful country. In the southeastern portion of Asia lies 88 million people, wonderful people, and a blooming economy that continues to grow each and every year. They're developing wildly and crazy in a globalization 2.0. Let's zoom in now. Let's take a look at one of a hospital in Vietnam. This hospital is the Cho Ray Hospital, located in Ho Chi Minh City, the largest city in Vietnam. And this hospital, as we saw, we were able to zoom in, is right in the center of the town, right in the middle of this big town. It allows for easy access to the people, as it's right in the middle. More and more people have access to the hospital as it's in the middle of the town. Most of the people in Vietnam live in the cities, so there's more. All the hospitals in Vietnam are in the cities because it's easier access to the people. These hospitals, they help fight against all diseases, anything that's harmful to you. They know how to do. They got some good doctors in Vietnam, not as good as we have in the United States, but they have some really, really good doctors, and they're getting better each and every year. And so they keep getting better, these doctors. People in Vietnam, they're starting to learn the importance of visiting hospitals and seeing doctors more frequently, so their overall health is increasing. A lot of these global diseases like AIDS and HIV and all these things aren't around anymore much in Vietnam. Let's take a look at the land in Vietnam. Let's go up here to northern Vietnam and let's take a look at what we got here. Northern Vietnam is very beautiful. If you like the country inside, we've got a very beautiful countryside. Let's look here as we zoom in. You can look around. You see we got a foresty tree area up here on the south left, and we got a nice river right in the center, and some mountains over to the right of that. It's a beautiful countryside. The countryside in Vietnam is upkept very well. Not very many people live out in the country in Vietnam. Like I said, most of the people live in the cities, and so the environment is sustained very well here in Vietnam. It's very, very green, which also means it's a lot of humidity in Vietnam, but not too much to worry about as it's on the coast. It's fairly cooler temperatures in the winter and not too super hot in the winter in the summertime, but very doable. As we can just see, it's a beautiful landscape in Vietnam. Tons of green and water and everything. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight to see here. Now let's look at some of the global partners of Vietnam. Vietnam is a part of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, which, as you can see here, takes up all this southern area of the South Peninsula of Vietnam and a couple of the islands around. And the association is to help strengthen the nations and the economies, and help out these struggling nations in Southeast Asia. I know Vietnam and Cambodia and Thailand and all these countries right here are all part of it, helping to strengthen each other and do this. And they're willingly doing this because they know that as they work together as a team, that they will grow and flourish economically. they've already seen this in the few short years that Vietnam has been a part of this. I think they joined. I'm pretty sure they joined in around 2002, 2004, and it's been growing ever since. And another global partnership that Vietnam has is with Colombia in South America. Colombia and Vietnam have tag teamed together because they both want better education for their countries. They know education is important, and that if their children are educated, that they will go on and better flourish the economy in their respective countries. And the partnership that these two countries have is a program called Escuela Nueva, which means new school in Spanish. And so these Colombia and Vietnam have partnered together to make sure that education is going strong in their countries. And that ends our tour.